Now what I want to talk about is the OpenAI Playground. Now this is going to be a separate website using ChatGPT's same functionality, but there's a few good reasons to check it out and to use it. If you're getting error messages on the normal ChatGPT website, you can use this website to circumvent those problems. If there's a high amount of people using ChatGPT, sometimes they'll throttle back the website and you can't ask it questions. So if that happens, go here. And as well, this website also allows for more customized functionality. So this is the overall layout. We have 3 different modes. We have a completion mode, we have the insert mode, and we have the edit mode. So with the completion mode, this is kind of the same normal functionality of ChatGPT. What is the capital of Alaska? And it's going to give us our search results just like it normally would. And on this sidebar, we have different parameters that you can set to change the output of your question from ChatGPT. So if you want more info, you can go ahead and hover your cursor over these to find out how the parameters change your answers. So let's say I wanted to dive in a little bit more about the history of Alaska. I can say, write me a 150-word overview about the history of Juneau. Now we have our overview, and what I'm going to do is change our mode. I'm going to go from completion mode to insert mode. And let's read through this briefly. So the city was named after Joseph Juneau, one of the miners who discovered gold in the area and later established the town. And let's say I wanted more information added at this section. I can type in brackets with the brackets and type in insert, hit submit. And now ChatGPT is going to intelligently add more information at that specific part. So this can be pretty handy if you want to update only certain parts of paragraphs or certain parts of information. You can use this insert function to do that. So that's the insert function. Now if we go to our edit function, this is going to allow for us to do things like fix and find and replace and fix grammar. So just looking at this, I see we still have this insert. So let's go ahead and say remove insert. So it can go in and take out exactly what you're looking for. As you can see, it went in and it took out insert. You can also say fix grammar. I know there's not going to be any errors in this because ChatGPT wrote it, but if I wrote my own 150-word overview about Juneau, I could put it in here and give it specific instructions on what I want to fix. So you can, of course, do that on the normal website, but this is going to just give you a little bit more of that flexibility to do it in a more specific way. Another thing you can do is show your past history. So this shows the different edits that you made, the different additions, and the time of day that you did them. And lastly, with this edit function, once you update and have your wording the way you like it, you can then use it as an input. So it'll basically copy and paste it over to your input window. So now you can then start again making additions to it. Now the last part about this is the presets. So this is pretty cool. You can go through and you can scroll and find different presets or layouts for ChatGPT to take depending on what you're looking for. So for this Q&A preset, you can see exactly how it's working. It's working in a much more short form question and answer. So you can see, how does a telescope work? It gives a very concise one-sentence response. Where were the 1992 Olympics held? Super quick response. How many squigs are in a boink? I guess their coding team was making a joke here, but we can say, who was the 20th president of the United States? You hit enter and boom, there's your response. You can regenerate that response, undo the last action, look at your chat history, and add a useful completion or poor completion rating to the answer. Now, there's a few other layouts and presets that we can look at. For example, if we click Summarize for a Second Grader, it's going to give all of its responses at the comprehension level of a second grader, so you won't have to type in to your search criteria to summarize it at this comprehension level. It's automatically going to bounce out every single response at that level. So if we have our question here about Jupiter, it's the 5th planet from the sun and the largest in the solar system. We have all the details here. If we hit submit, it's then going to balance this out in a much more digestible version that's much less dense and easier to understand. And the last functionality that the Playground has that the normal website doesn't currently have is a speech-to-text function. So you can start recording and notate or transfer your audio messages straight to text, which can be pretty helpful if you are wanting to upload a lot of text without typing.